Okay, we're live now.
We
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. If anyone's here,
Oh, audio. There you are. Okay, I didn't hear any
are we
audio.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone just rang. That's why.
Now we know.
My doctor's office was calling for some reason, so we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Um,
Another Substack, another time.
yes. Hi, KJ.
Hi, Adam. Whoa.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
Adam. Hi.
So, just for people who don't know who both of us are, I'm Adam. I am the author of Everyday Love, book of poems I wrote every day of the year in 2021 for my wife, and was published. Thank you. Oh my gosh, awesome! You have a book
There
with
we
you. I
go.
don't. That's how unprepared that I am.
No, we're flowing.
And and I've been running the Substack for a little while now. And for National Poetry Month, I'm trying to write a poem every day and to Substack much more often, and experiment with things like this, a live chat. Um, so I'm very grateful, and I live in southern New Hampshire with my wife and daughter, and that's about it. I and so who are you?
Yeah. Who am I? Isn't that the question?
Yes.
My name is Kimberly Jane, or KJ as my friends know me, and I am a trauma psychotherapist and an art psychotherapist. And I also have been wanting to get more into Substack and everyday creativity. So, Adam and I have been talking for some time about, well, we have been talking for some time about keeping each other connected with our creative threads. And by doing that, connecting every day somehow. And so I'm here to do that today as well. So my hope is that this will help inspire me and remind me how to do things like this, like live conversations on Substack, um, and all in the name of touching in with the poetry, the art, the creativity that is around us and within us every single day.
Awesome. And where are you located?
Hmm. I am currently in Southern California in Los Angeles County in a city called Long Beach. So, yeah, this is new for me. I only moved here about 5 months ago. I was for the last 21 years in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Mm.
So, moving through a lot of stuff lately. So, lots to talk about and write about.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Change is something we talk about a lot, and how we roll with it, and hopefully it inspires something creative to come out of it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's what my book was. It was 2021 was the year we were shut in, basically, somewhat intentionally. I mean, the pandemic did it, but we stayed shut in for longer than some, and
Mhm.
that's also part of what it's about.
Yeah.
Um, So this month, April, is National Poetry Month, and so I have, knock on wood, so far been um, doing the everyday thing. I've been writing something every day, and posting everything in chunks on Substack with commentary, which I think is new for me too.
Yeah.
Um, the work that I did in the book is sort of stands on its own. Um, there isn't really commentary with it. This is a new sort of wrinkle in this,
Mm.
um, and I am very grateful to be back in the everyday, doing it every day, which is really it's a muscle that I really am glad I'm stretching again, and it's like an itch to scratch that's really very fulfilling. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
so yeah,
I
I'm
find
hoping.
that your the premise of writing every day, communicating every day, expressing every day is incredibly inspiring because exactly there is something to respond to happening all the time around us, and it's especially poetic. It's especially it feels especially poignant that these poems in your book. Emerged in a pretty dark time where we were feeling disconnected. So I am so pleased. I'm so proud of this book and you, my friend. So I just wanted to say that you are an inspiration for me to reconnect with that moment to moment present um, pull to connect and to connect with what's present for us as well. And I think both of us have spoken to how we wanted to be back in touch with that creative piece that gets pushed down, and especially got pushed down or challenged during the pandemic, and then emerging from it since. I don't know if we've ever really. I personally don't know that I've fully recovered from that time. So
Yeah,
this is a great reminder. This is such a great reminder.
yeah, yeah. No, I think refer- talking about a dark time. I think it's interesting, and it's just occurred to me now, actually, as you said that. Um, I had the big launch for the book in October,
Mm,
before the election, and then it came out in December after the election. So between its launch, and then its birth, as it were, was this thing that's happened that we all live with now. Um, I
yeah.
just I just want to put that as a note. I don't necessarily want to go down the rabbit hole of talking about that specifically.
Hmm.
And you and I probably do that every day around. But
Yeah.
I wanted to call you out just because, and ask how you are, how you found ways to express this, but also just to give you props for a second. You just opened an art space of your own, a
I
creative space
did.
of your own.
I did. And the fact that you just said that blows my mind to actually hear that and to claim that. So that's how I would say I am diving back in and embracing my everyday uh, presence and giving my
Yeah.
reminder to tell us to connect. um, it's this everyday presence of there could be something to be expressed. So having a new space, which I did, I opened up technically in February, and then held my first event last month. And by physically getting in my car and driving over to the space and sitting sometimes on an empty floor where there was no furnishings, but just giving myself the permission to have space and take space was one of the biggest ways I've discovered of recovering and becoming present with creativity and dealing with and expressing with what all the feelings, all of the feelings that I've been experiencing in the last 3 to 6 months. Certainly since the move, this big move down to Southern California, which happens to be my hometown.
Mm.
Haven't been here in 21 years, more than 21 years. And then, before and after the election and the start of this new year, it was incredibly challenging. I didn't know where to hold all of these feelings. And so having a space to go to physically found that's how I've been that's how I've been present and how I've been able to dive into what it feels like to be expressive with it. I
Wow.
think that I hope that answered
Yeah.
your inquiry, your curiosity.
Is there something specific that you find that you're working on now? Any
Ooh.
kind of creative outlet?
Oh gosh. Yes, and I'm not sure. There's a few. There's a number of different outlets that I'm dabbling back in with, and some of it is this having verbal present conversations where I use my voice and express through resonance what's happening. So conversations, which again leads me to I'd really like to finish up what I had started with our podcast. We started around the same time, our
Yeah.
podcast together. I'd really like to return to it. It's been essentially on a hiatus for the last year, and that was unexpected. Oh, year and a half, maybe even. I'd really love to return to that. And I'm also just every single day moving through. I guess it's a mixed media collage uh, energy as well. So each day I am painting and I'm using ephemera and I am just doing something every single day, even if it means gluing on some paper ephemera and then maybe using some gouache or some watercolors to fill out the page. Little simple stuff, but it gets me moving and it gets me back into the present of creating and creativity.
That's
So,
funny.
yeah.
This reminds me, we didn't actually say how we met on
I
this,
know.
um, which is we met online because it was all remote from the pandemic in a podcast accelerator program for people who wanted to create podcasts, run by two amazing women, Farnoosh Tarabi and Jacqueline Malone. Um, and and yeah, so we just connected there, and then just kept in sporadic touch for a while afterwards, and then started to have more regular
Hmm.
conversations. And
Definitely.
just yeah, so
Yeah, and it was such a lifesaver for me, quite honestly, my friend, to know that we would be touching base pretty regularly just about life, how we're showing up or struggling with showing up, and then how that seems to make its way into an expressive form. And yeah, so it's pretty wild that we met now, what, 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
yes, that's it. 'Cause is it 20?
Was it 2020? I feel like we started in 2020.
I think it was. I think it was 2020. Yeah, it was in the heart of the pen. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been a while. It's been amazing.
It's pretty amazing. I feel very, very blessed and grateful.
Yeah, same here. Absolutely. Yeah, my podcast has been on hiatus for almost as long as we've known each other. Because it, it 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 I guess the statistic that we were told when we were in this course was that most podcasts don't make it. Most podcasts pod fade, I think, is what they said, and then the word that came up was pod crash at
Hmm.
6 episodes, and
Yeah.
to the letter, mine pod crashed after 6 episodes. Um, and it just was life changed in such a way that it was just not feasible to do it,
Yeah.
and not been something that I've felt the urge to pick up, although at some point that would be lovely in whatever
Yeah.
form.
I agree. I agree. I find that that is the format and medium that I really still resonate most with, the
Mm,
audio, um, the audio format. And so that's why I jumped at the chance to connect with you in this way, because this reminds me of what I'd love to do, what I'd love to return to. So I agree. I ended up somehow finishing 4 seasons on my podcast, and
fantastic.
then I went away. I did some traveling. I did some work. I do a lot of international work. And then I had a series of health crises.
Mm,
And so, what I'm curious about is how I can share with others uh, what it's like to emerge on the other side of those pretty significant falls and winters, I'll call them. So,
yeah.
yeah, so this is just one more chance for us to do that. And again, I thank you, friend, for being an inspiration for that.
Well, of course. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't have that much more, I think. But how what are things looking like entering the summer for you in terms of what are things you hope to be doing? What are
Mhm.
things you have on the docket or you want to put on the docket?
Yeah, I'd love to have another gathering, art gathering that I did like as I did last month, in which folks come together and we work through different forms of expression that can be seen, felt, heard, um, at the new studio and art space that I have. I'd like to really come back to an everyday practice, a daily practice of writing, speaking with folks. Uh, and I don't know that necessarily that I need an ending. I don't need to actually have a finished product. I just would like to be in the action and in the act of creating and moving and, yeah, moving through. So it might be, yeah, it'd be amazing if I could also, like I said, return to the podcast in some form. But nothing formal except that I'd like to invite folks into the studio space, and we would have more gatherings over the summer and into the fall.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you? What's going on? What's coming
How
up
about
next?
me? Um, it would be great if I could after April is over. So we have April is going to end with actually the family vacation overlapping the end of April, National Poetry Month. So a lot will be happening at once,
Okay.
which is good. And I hope to continue the daily writing. That would be great. I'm not
Yeah.
going to hold myself too harshly if I don't, but I'm hoping to do that because it's not that hard to do for me.
Mhm.
Again, what I write is comparatively short every day, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Um, and I want to continue to spread the word about the book, and
Yes.
hopefully some more sort of a mini local book tour. There's a number of folks I want to reach out to and do in-person events with. Continue the Everyday Love Live
Yeah.
um, events.
Yeah.
Um, Hoping to organize a slam at a with a couple of other local poets at a local art gallery that's right down the street from us. I haven't told them yet, but hopefully they'll be into it. Um, and we'll see what comes after that. But um, looking,
Great. Yeah. Do you think you're going to continue on this, utilizing this medium through Substack? How is this feeling for you?
it's feeling great. It's feeling
Good.
great. I'm really liking having regular stuff that I'm writing and putting out there. Um, yeah, the interesting challenge. I'm probably going to want to switch up what I'm doing. I'm not going to, even if I continue the daily writing. I don't think that I will necessarily be posting recaps of it and putting it all out there the way I'm
Mm.
doing, especially for National Poetry Month. Um, but I have a lot of different things in the hopper that I'm hoping to do um, and put out there. Um, Different deep dives into the work I've already done, some previews of things that I'm thinking of doing next, um, and I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to stick with it. Hopefully, more multimedia stuff, using video, maybe recording some audio of my posts because that's another feature that I would like to use that you and I have talked about that I think would be really great.
Yeah.
Um,
It's what we know. We are familiar with that.
yeah, audio is where we come from, so
Yeah.
it, it's an easy thing to sort of slot in there. I hope.
I
Um,
I think so. I think it's totally accessible.
yeah,
We're already doing it, and so now let's just almost like return to our roots, return to home in that space. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Um,
yeah,
yeah, so hopefully
totally
lots of great things to come, and maybe we can, you and I can meet up back on here at some point, maybe in a little while to
would
reconnect,
love.
talk with some more folks, and that would be great.
That
Uh,
would be amazing. And just like what we've been doing for several months now, which has been great, which is like just checking in and saying, how's it been feeling to even wade into that? And have you been creating every day or writing every day? And when there's a no or when there's a yeah, but it's to kind of keep each other accountable and but in a loving loving gentle way of like, okay, let's keep at it.
yeah,
Thanks for asking. Thanks for checking in on it.
yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
for asking. Good, that's a good way to phrase. Thanks for asking. I like that.
Thank you for asking. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I would love to keep following up with you and checking in on how we're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before we go, can you tell people where they can find you on the social medias, at your what the name of your gallery is, and all that stuff?
Sure. I wish I could tell you exactly what my Substack Substack link is in the moment. I do believe it's Kimberly Jane's Substack or Returning to Roots.
Okay.
But you can
If,
definitely find me on Instagram at a couple different places. Uh, underscore KJ creates underscore, and then Bliss Begins Retreats. And that tells you a little bit about what I do also on the side. So,
mm, mm.
yeah.
And what is the name of your space in Los Angeles?
It is at this point called Bliss Begins Studios.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
great.
Yeah. That could change, but we'll see. Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
wonderful. Well, thank you so much as always,
Thank you.
and we'll be in touch.
We will. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too. Bye.